welcome back. You know, you don't know behind the scenes, but we always do a little warm up conversation that,
Oh God.
I mean, that conversation goes wacky, doesn't it? It just
Yes, it
did.
does. It has a rating to it.
Yeah, so we try to keep it under control, but ooh. Anyway, you know how we advise you? Yeah. You know how we always advise you to do a take two? Well, we're working on that for ourselves. We're trying to flip things on their
Yes.
head and take action. And so we're doing that this week. We're taking our own advice and switching up our perspective on something.
Yeah.
Last
Ooh.
week's episode, right? The one on the mirror when we
Yes.
were asking, are you settled? Are you stuck on repeat? That episode. Anyway,
That
today's
episode.
episode flipped. So here we are. I'm Mary.
And I'm Jan. And we welcome you to Take Two Tuesdays. And what we're talking about is the same old, right? Where we lose passion, we lose momentum, we can feel the boredom. But the flip is the constant can be comfortable. I mean, can be comfort, not comfortable. Constant can be comfort. And what we mean by that is sometimes just knowing that something is going to be constant, it brings beauty. And what was crazy is I saw this post, I guess, of a sunflower. And the sunflower is my favorite flower, but I had no idea. It blew it up. And there was a symmetry. There was just this constant little bitty flowers that made the inside of the sunflower. And I was like, wow. I was like, I had no idea. I had no idea. And the visual that brings you comfort when you look at that, because of the constant, it's comforting. Yeah, now I'm going to look at sunflowers even differently. Yeah.
Well, even mathematically, I mean, I love that about
Yes.
them. Like that, and
Yeah.
also with pineapple. If you look at a pineapple on the outside, it has this. I know it's the same
Yeah.
Fibonacci numbers. It's an Italian mathematician from I don't know when, way back, who came up with this awareness of patterns and symmetry. And I think patterns are one of those things that are really kind of grounding
Yes.
and comforting for us. And actually, the whole reason we changed this podcast is we were talking while I was walking, which I don't normally do because I tend to fall down. So, and I looked over and I saw these umbrellas that were all this not bamboo but grass covered. You know how it looks when it's kind of old and so it's dark brown. But they're all up against a white building,
Ooh.
and it was just so beautiful. And I thought, you know what, that's something that's kind of repeating itself, and it's not boring. It actually feels great. And then I looked down at the ground, and there were these patterns in the ground with the terraces. I don't know what to call it. I have no words. But when you look down, you see something that's all the same. That was it. It was cool. I said, Jan, this is something different. Let's think differently about what we said.
Yeah. No, it did. It was a little bit of a, so. We don't, because we don't want to stay stale and we don't want to sit in the same old and get stuck.
Right.
But on the flip side, there are parts of our lives where I think it brings that comfort. And even just knowing I'm in the chaos of my mom's health is failing and there's just so many things coming at different ways. And knowing that we were going to do this morning brought me comfort because it's a constant. And so it was just like, no, I get to do this today. I get to do this.
Yeah.
But one thing we were talking about this weekend when we were talking about this is even in choreography, I didn't know this, but a friend of mine that I worked with, this was years ago, she was talking about her choreography, whatever. And she said that it makes your audience more comfortable when you repeat something. And see, in my head, even back then, it was just like, oh, you can never repeat. Oh my God. Oh God. Who could do that?
Yeah.
And so even though if it's in a different shape or, you're facing different directions, it's still the same movement with the body and it actually relaxes your audience. Is that not crazy? And honestly, even as a dancer, when I go, I don't even really pay attention to that. It's that feeling. right? That feeling. So what are some of your things that you work with?
I think it seems really counterintuitive, doesn't it? Like, I mean,
Yes,
it's
yes,
counterintuitive to what we actually said last week.
yes.
But for me, I mean, I have morning routines. I know you do too. Just a way that I always start the day, which gives me comfort and helps me to feel like, oh, I'm entering the day ready to go. And every
Yeah.
time I walk into the studio, I have certain routines. Like I always play, just goof around with stuff and make messes, and that just actually helps me to bring some structure then to what I want to do, and I feel grounded. So I don't know. You
I
talked about
love that.
Mondays, just
Yeah, Mondays we've had because of me and my crazy, which just the life we're adjusting. It's an adjustment, and so Mondays we've set aside. And even yesterday, it was a little bit. I had some emotion going on, but I got to go teach. It was something that I do every Sunday
Mhm.
afternoon, and it's a constant. And it does. I don't know. I'm like, oh, I love this flip on it that we're doing. We're
Yes.
contradicting ourselves, and that's okay. But I think there's an awareness, and I think we know the things where it's just easier to be comfortable. Oh, that's the difference, Mary. Comfort
Yes.
versus being comfortable. Ooh, think about the difference of that. Something that brings you comfort doesn't necessarily mean it's a comfortable. Does that make sense? Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm like ding.
Wait,
Comfort versus being okay.
being
I'm gonna stop
comfortable.
talking.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Stop.
finding the comfort in the structure in the thing that you're doing
Yes,
versus being comfortable or settled. We talked about that word
yes,
settled, feeling like
yes,
you're kind of stuck in a
yes,
place. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the reverse, the opposite.
yes. Yeah, and I. It's up to us to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, no one can do that for me, and I have to. Yeah, pay attention to. Ooh, is that an old story? It goes back to that part of it, right? That old story that makes you feel comfortable, even though you're stuck and it's shitty and you need to change that
Yeah.
story
Change.
versus a
Yeah.
constant that is grounding, like the word you used before, grounding. Ooh,
Hmm.
whew.
So what do we recommend? What do we
Um,
suggest for this week? And sorry,
I,
there's a tractor going by really loud right next to me.
wait, be quiet. Let's see if we can hear it.
Oh,
We can't really hear it. I can't really
you
hear it.
can't? Oh, he's
No.
so, yeah, big old, I don't know what the heck.
I
Why?
know, and Tucker's behaving. He's actually sleeping over there. He's not in my lap. I'm like, yes, this is a good day.
Yes,
This
it's
is a
so
good day.
good.
So, what we challenge you, I think that we're challenging. I'm challenging myself to notice what grounds me and is satisfying versus what's comfortable and not growth.
Hmm. And to do more of
Yeah,
that grounding purposely, I think,
yeah,
especially when you're feeling unsettled.
yeah, yeah. And the things we talk about, I mean, they're not easy. This is work. You are worth it. You're worth doing the work on yourself, no matter where you
Mm.
are in your life, no matter where
Yep.
you are. So take a notice this week. Take a notice of yourself. Don't get caught in your cycle of comfortable swirl and notice what brings you comfort and do more of that. So,
Nice.
okay.
What do we want them to do? Four
We first
things.
want to thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
for joining us today. And really take our challenge and let us know if any of these micro habits challenges are helping you, ideas, and drop them in the comments wherever you're listening. And also drop your email or message us and let us know to hop on our email list. Again, I can't not brag enough that it's so fun. It's
It's really
short,
fun.
sweet, it
Ah,
little nuggets. And follow, like, share, comment, all the things to
all that
do.
stuff.
Do it. Do it. Just do it, damn it. Oh, so anyway. Ah,
Have you got your clipper clapper
oh,
thingy?
oh, I'm so disappointed. I forgot.
You don't have it today. I
Damn
guess you have
it.
to act it out.
It's a comfort. It's a constant that I.
It is. It's so fun.
It's, can you see it? Can you see it?
See it. Got it.
Okay. What do we do, Mary?
We take two.
Bye.
Wherever you are. Ciao.